So right now, after the Giant and the Eisendrache, also Shadows of Evil, we actually know quite a bit, or possibly have a very good idea of how our storyline for Black Ops 3 Zombies might just turn out. Within the Giant, or no, let's start off in Shadows of Evil, we know Richtofen collected the summoning key. In the Giant, he mentions that he has this special artifact, which is the summoning key itself. We notice him when Richtofen comes out of the teleporter and shoots himself right in the head. He leans down to his body and holds something against himself. Back when the Giant first came out, we didn't know what this was. Since we have had more information from the ending of the Eisendrache, we know Richtofen knelt down and held something against the body, which was the summoning key. He held that to collect his soul from his original self. We then move on to the Eisendrache, where again this time it is Dempsey that kills himself. And once again Richtofen holds the summoning key over the body and Dempsey's soul is collected. Our other two characters, Takeo and Nikolai, have yet to have had a big part to play with our Black Ops 3 Zombie storyline. The Giant was Richtofen, the Eisendrache was Dempsey, but we still have 3 more DLC maps to come out and only 2 Zombies characters. I do think that our next DLC map, or at least one of them, is going to be a one-off separate map, just like we had with Mob of the Dead, Call of the Dead. And if you haven't already seen it, I've already done a video on what I possibly think that map could be. But if we go over to Richtofen's notes, he says we all must die. And we know in order for Richtofen and Max's plan to succeed, in order for them to save the world, if you want to put it like that, the 01 versions, the original characters, need to die. They need to be stopped before the events that took place in Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 can happen again. Hence why Richtofen and Dempsey, the 01 versions, the originals, are dead. But what about Takeo and Nikolai? Now in this video specifically, I am going to be focusing on Nikolai. I've already briefly covered Takeo and where I think we are following him along our zombie storyline, so I will do a video about how I think his death will come. If you would like to see that, let me know in the comment section below. But like I said, today I want to focus on Nikolai. I do think, and as Richtofen states, all of our characters need to die. The only 2 which haven't yet is Takeo and Nikolai. Richtofen on these notes gives us a ton of information. In fact, we know we have these 4 coordinates, which takes us over to the 4 locations of our maps and zombies. So we have the Giant coordinates, we have the Eisendrache coordinates, we have some coordinates for Pompeii, which I believe is for Takeo, but then the last set of coordinates takes us over to Volgograd, which was formerly known as Stalingrad. A very famous and actually one of the bloodiest battles of World War II. And the 2 main forces involved were Russia and Germany. Our Russian character, as we know, is Nikolai. Therefore, I think our zombies location Stalingrad will be based around Nikolai, just like the Eisendrache was around Dempsey and the Giant was around Richtofen. And also how I think Pompeii will be around Takeo. Stalingrad is to follow up the storyline on Dempsey and make sure we kill his 01 version. And I think this will be taking place in DLC 4, the last DLC we get for zombies. From the ciphers and everything we've had within Der Eisendrache, it seems Pompeii will take place before Stalingrad. But nevertheless, that doesn't take away from the fact that I believe Nikolai's test subject will be killed in Stalingrad. And once again, I think Richtofen will collect his soul using the summoning key for his big plan. At the end of all of this, we will have all 4 of our characters' souls within the summoning key: Takeo, Richtofen, Nikolai, and Dempsey. But what exactly does Richtofen want with these souls? We know the reason why he is killing our characters, but what is the reason for him collecting their souls? Is he just being creepy? I think not. I think there's a lot more behind this. Again, I've done a load of videos if you haven't seen them already, but I think one possibility, and this is just scratching the surface of what I think is going to happen, but these are the 01 version character souls that Richtofen is collecting. The great battle that took place thousands of years ago between our 4 heroes and the Apothicons is going to happen again. The Apothicons have already been awoken, and the great battle soon enough will take place once again. And who were the characters that fought this great battle? Those were the ancestors, those were our original characters. Richtofen could possibly be using the souls of the original 4 characters to once again defeat the Apothicons in the great battle. But again, that one is also for another video. But again, that's just scratching the surface. There is so much more you need to talk about, and I have roughly gone over it before if you are interested. All of these videos will be in the description below. So that is why I believe we need our characters' souls. The Battle of Stalingrad, taking place between the 23rd of August 1942 and the 2nd of February 1943, was a major battle on the Eastern Front of World War II, in which Nazi Germany and its allies fought the Soviet Union for control of the city of Stalingrad, which is now Volgograd, like I said, in South Russia on the eastern boundary of Europe. We know Sergeant Nikolai Belensky was a Russian soldier who fought in the Red Army itself, and if we go over to Nikolai's biography, it says Stalin himself could not stare Nikolai in the eye. no one can. There, in his eyes, you will see the soul of a man burning with hatred of all living things. His closet is full of skeletons, many of them with flesh still attached. Earlier in his career, Nikolai had quickly made up his way through the party ranks by killing the next man in line, and by marrying politically. Ultimately, his aspirations all came crashing down after his 5th wife mysteriously died while cleaning his hacks with her neck. Little did he know that she had been sleeping with a high-ranking party official on the side. This made Nikolai infamous, and his reputation spread quickly through the party. It was not long before Stalin himself had heard about Nikolai. More importantly, he feared Nikolai. As soon as the war started, our hero was dropped on the front lines and forgotten about, where he wallowed in self-pity and vodka for several years. Nikolai being part of the Red Army and quickly making his way up through the party ranks means he could have been heavily involved within the Battle of Stalingrad itself. Being a high rank, he was known as Sergeant. As I said, Nikolai could have had a big impact on the Battle of Stalingrad. His nickname was Stalin's son. We know Group 935 were working alongside the Germans to make weapons and advance the German war machines. In return, the Germans, the Nazis, would give funding to Group 935 for these experiments. And the Battle of Stalingrad was a big downfall for Nazi Germany, with the Soviet Union eventually surrounding Stalingrad and fighting off the German 6th Army, which we know drastically changed Hitler's outcome of the war. This would have also affected Group 935 and the outcome and what happened in our Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 zombie storyline. With whatever impact the original version of Nikolai had in Stalingrad, it was clearly a bad one because, well, we know what ending we got for Black Ops 2 zombies. It resulted in Richthofen taking control of the MPD and the zombies and blowing up the earth. That is what right now Richthofen is trying to reverse, and in order to do that, he needs to stop the original 4 from doing what they did to make this outcome happen in Black Ops 2 Zombies. And to do that, Richthofen needed to kill himself. The test subject of Dempsey also needed to be killed. Takeo needs to be killed in Pompeii, because I believe whatever he is going to do, or whatever he does at that 9th Division facility, because once again they are allies of Group 935, Group 935 started the whole of this. Again, Takeo needs to be stopped. And then finally, once again in Stalingrad, the impact that Nikolai is going to have on this battle, which we know changed the outcome of the war for the Nazis and led on to our Black Ops 2 Zombies ending. Nikolai needs to be stopped in Stalingrad and killed before he can do whatever he does. And then, as I explained earlier, his soul, along with Takeo's as well, will both be collected, and then whatever Richthofen is going to do with them souls in the final DLC for Stalingrad, well, hopefully, or he thinks that is going to put everything right. So there we go. I just wanted to quickly explain it. We really haven't heard too much about Stalingrad just yet. We've actually got quite a few ciphers on Pompeii, so if you would like a video or more information on how I think Takeo will be leaving, let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you've enjoyed the video, if you could drop me a like rating, that'd be awesome. If not, thank you so much for watching anyway. Hit that subscribe button if you have enjoyed the video and would love to see some more on this channel. I really need to hiccup. I have been BlackOpsAmazing. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.